whenever my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, they close on that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. How about the defense there trying to set the tone of the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing the tone for this one.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a third and very long. Jackson. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Again, Jackson will keep it. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now Jackson on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Underneath to Spiller. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their corner was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. this might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 40-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. In the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. Here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Next man.
Hurts. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson, option right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field. And I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running, because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Wan'Dale Robinson from 19 yards away. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Play action. Here's Hurts. The catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last loud by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Bears nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Bearcats remain at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to 60. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneers.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Here we go with McCaffrey.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So the drive will continue after the conversion on 4th. They'll work from the 20 on 1st down.
They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Julian Love picks it.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson.
Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down, another run for Dillon.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Dillon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. On second down, another run for Dillon.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Hey, middle.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Dillon now off the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
A.J. Dillon.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And now here is another interception.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And even 150 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Hurts fighting McCaffrey on the slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Rolling to his right.
That caught by Trimble.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
What do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On second and goal, Hurts. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move